Hi, I'm Angie Alexander, an interpreter at Historic Brattonsville, and today we're going to be making a spring pudding. Now, what we're going to be putting into the pudding is some dandelion leaves and some violet leaves, as well as spinach. Now, we already have the spinach, so we're going to forage a little bit for our dandelion leaves and our violet leaves. Now, why would we have a spring pudding? Well, when you've gone all winter and you've only had very salted pork and cornmeal based diet, your nutrition levels go really low. And so in the spring, when all the fresh green things came out, what 18th century people would do was either take these greens and make them into a spring tonic or a spring pudding. So today we're going to do a spring pudding. So let's look for our dandelion leaves and our violet leaves. So here we have some dandelions. There are plenty here, and what we're going to do is we are going to get the leaves. See what they look kind of spiky like that. So we're going to grab these leaves to put into our spring pudding. Here's a violet right here, and its leaves looks like, depending on where you're looking at it, a spade or a heart. They definitely have that little pointy bit to it. So make sure you're picking that and not something else. And maybe we'll pick the violets on top of our pudding when it's done. For our spring pudding, first we are going to break 3 eggs, and then we are going to mix them up. We're going to add our breadcrumbs, and then our cream, and we're going to mix those together and make sure the breadcrumbs are nice and soaked. Then we're going to add some spinach, break that up a little bit, and then here are our dandelion leaves that we foraged, and our violet leaves. We're going to put some salt in and some nutmeg, which may sound strange, but that's very 18th century. And then we're going to get a nice clean cloth after we mix all this up and put some water on it. And then we're going to flour it. And put our spring pudding mixture onto the cloth, and then we're going to use some string and tie this up into a nice little bundle. And we're going to drop it into a pot of boiling water where it will sit for 45 minutes.
And this is how our spring pudding turned out. I added a little lemon zest at the end. You could put that in before you put the pudding in, but we just put some on top because it looks very nice. And we added some wild violets as well. Disclaimer, if you are foraging for food, make sure that you are doing it with someone who is knowledgeable of what they are doing, or you are knowledgeable yourself. Thank you for joining us for making spring pudding. Come out to Brattonsville and see what else we're cooking up.